All right, this one is how to deal with your sober wimp. It just made me laugh, this one. It came from a comment, and I just haven't heard the term in a long time. I think there was a guy called Mr. Wimpy in the old Popeye movies, and that sort of stuck into my mind. So it was like that internal thing that I had when I was stopping drinking alcohol. I used to always think that the habit for me, I pictured it in my mind as being the golem, but that would have been a good name for what I pictured in my mind as well, that wimpy sort of thing that was trying to drag me back. The golem was a good picture because it was snivelling, it was pathetic, it was trying to, pull me back to this precious thing that we were trying to hold on to. Like I said, in all of this journey that you're going to go through when you stop drinking, there is always going to be a conflict, a certain amount of ambiguity. There's always going to be a fear. The trick is to try and convince your mind that there is also excitement there, that you're also pushing yourself towards something which is lifting, soul lifting, that's going to bring you joy, that's going to bring you steady and continuous contentment in your life, that you're getting up every morning feeling like you've got something to live for. Because I understand this, when I stopped drinking, I was at a point where I just didn't have, there were so many things in my life that were there, that were pointing me in the right direction, but I couldn't see it. I couldn't see past the situation that I was in, the alcohol that was going into my mouth, the whole rigmarole of bullshit that I'd put myself into. So that's what I'm talking about. That sober wimp is that thing that is trying to drag you back, that fear that is trying to drag you back. It's a fear of sobriety, a fear of missing out, a fear of the unknown. People freeze sometimes because everything unknown, when you're making changes, everything unknown is fearful to a certain degree, and everything that is in the future is unknown to a certain degree. Even when you're continuing to lead the drunken life that you're leading, there's still an unknown to that, and there should be a lot of fear in that fear, because that is the thing that's going to change your mind, right? But it's less unknown. Staying drunk, oh well, this is going to happen and it's going to get worse and blah blah blah, but that this is the path that you're taking, to a certain degree. When you change, there's so much of that is unknown. There's so much of that you're changing into a person that you don't understand, that you don't yet believe in, that you have no confidence about, or because you don't know that person. And like I said, I understand this because I was there. That's what causes half the conflict inside of you. The one part of you wanting to go and carry on and stop drinking, and the other part of you wanting to really stop drinking, and see what you can achieve in life. So I think fearing that inner wimp, whatever you want to call it, that's a good thing. It's people who fear that they're turning towards that inner wimp in themselves, that they're turning away from that, and it turns people into fighters. And it's really no reflection on you in general. You can be a wimp in one area of your life, like this, like alcohol, but be completely strong in another area of your life. Doesn't mean to say that you don't have the courage in those other areas of your life. I was a wimp for so many years, right? Frightened of my own sober shadow, hiding from myself. And it was a great thing because I could drink. Anytime I got that sober wimp, it was like, oh, I know how to deal with that. Have a few drinks, get out of it, and I don't have to think about my problems anymore. But yeah, problems are still fucking there the next day. Thinking like a wimp in one area of your life, even being a wimp in one area of your life, doesn't mean to say that that's going to catch over into other areas of your life. It could do. But, it's all about trying to think about yourself as this is one area of my life where I can make changes happen, where I can move forwards, where I can get rid of the wussy thinking, okay? I can start acting like maybe a tiger or a beast or a machine or whatever it is that you have in your mind, that this is what's going to pull you forwards. So you always have to think to yourself, well, how am I going to move forwards? How am I going to move to the next step, to the next level? One of the best areas is just by being prepared. The more prepared you are, the less scared you are about things. And it's trying to find somebody who can put you into that state, or trying to find information or knowledge that is going to put you into the state of the best preparedness that you can be, or that you can have. You're never going to be 100% prepared, right? You're never going to have that perfection in preparedness, but You just get as prepared as you can be in whatever situation that you're in. But just understand that being prepared, the more prepared you are, the better prepared you are, the stronger you're going to be for what comes next. That is the main thing. That's what's going to pull you forwards. That's what's going to get you to where you want to go, okay? Be 100% committed to this journey. Be 100% committed to yourself and to what you're going to do after this, and allow your commitment to grow. All you can do is give that 100% in that moment of what you have right now. Right? Give the 100% of what you have right now. The commitment makes you strong because you're building an iron will, right? You're building this strong core, right? And you might not feel that you have that now. Most people don't at the beginning of this journey. I mean, like I said, you've got some areas of your life where you feel like you're strong. In other areas, you feel that you're weak. So it's building a strong core in that area. It's telling yourself over and over again, I persist with this no matter what. And when you do persist and you keep pushing yourself through, that makes you daunting, right, to yourself. It gives you a power over anything else that you're going to do in the future. That's what I always say, is try and stick to one thing at a time. Get rid of the alcohol first and then move on to other things, because what you will learn through this journey, it gives you so much power in other areas of your life. It's unbelievable. And what you're committing to, you don't have to commit to a lifetime of stopping drinking alcohol. Just commit to a month, right? And see how it feels. See how that fits with you, There's a lot of work that can be done in the background just in those 30 days, just so that you're expanding, you're growing, you're evolving yourself. If you're putting yourself in the right mental framework to do it, right? If you're saying to yourself, well, yeah, I'm going to go back on the alcohol after a few days, then it's a different story to when you're saying to yourself, I'm going to give this a good shot of never drinking alcohol again. But like I said, all you're doing is you're committing to the first 30 days, or just if you can't commit to that, get past a week. If you want a course, we put a course together down below. It's in the comment section of the beginner's guide to getting sober and staying sober. It's just a few videos, but it will give you a general direction of where we're going with this, and how you can take that next step. We're all the time trying to get the mental stuff done. I mean, the mental stuff, once you've got that taken care of, you're expanding, you're growing, you're evolving your mindsets, you're evolving the ways that you think about things, then everything else becomes easy. The actions become a lot easier. It becomes a lot easier for you to evolve away from the wimp thinking in that area and become a fucking machine, And before you know it, all the problems that got you to this situation, all the problems that you had with alcohol, all the problems that you've had with getting sober, they're all behind you, right? This is not a game. You shouldn't look at this like it's a game. People say, oh, if I fail, I'm going back to day zero again, or everything else has failed. It's not. It's not a fucking game. You've got to move forwards with this thinking, this is my life. I'm only getting one life. And if I don't sort it now, then when am I going to sort it? And if I never sort it, where the fuck am I going to go? That's the whole thing with this. You're going to feel uncomfortable when you stop drinking alcohol. Some people are going to go through a lot worse than that, right? Those people are not watching these videos, I tell you that much. They're in hospitals because they've drank so much in their lives that they can't fucking give up. Is that where you want to be? Right? So think about that. Think about what's going to happen, not tomorrow, the discomfort that you're going to go through in the next week or the next month. Think about the discomfort that you're going to go through in a year's time or 5 years' time if you don't stop. Because alcohol takes you in one direction, down fucking hill, right? All I can tell you is the passion that I have for my life now, right? For living a good life. And that has all come about because I stopped putting this shit inside my body, right? And my life now is helping other people to stop putting this shit in their body and to get their minds in the right place to do that, and not just stop putting the crap in. I mean, what's the point in doing that? It's like if you can live a quantity of your life, if you're increasing the quantity of your life, but you're not increasing the quality of your life, what is the point in living if you're living a shit quality of life? The whole idea is to improve those things, to increase the quality of your life, to live a contented life, to live where you're mostly happy. Not going around with a stupid fucking grin on your face, but being happy. Generally getting up in the morning and thinking to yourself, yeah, I can do this. I want to do this. I want to, what's coming today? What am I going to do at the end of this week? What am I going to do at the end of this month? I'm really looking forward to this. That is life that's a good life. What else is there? So yeah, I'll stop the rant for today. But look, if you want to see what the damage that alcohol can cause you, watch this video next. Take care, onwards and upwards. Bye now.